Hey guys, welcome back. It is your favorite Gimp of the Length, and I'm back with a little bit more of enemy action Kharkov. I gotta say, I wasn't planning on filming right now, but I was eyeballing the board. I was thinking of my next move, and I was like, screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and film it because I had already spent like 15 minutes sitting here thinking, okay, well, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and it's like, you know what? I'm already wasting time. Let's go ahead and just jump back in and start filming. Screw everything else. I want to play Kharkov. So we left off. We had activated 69th, done a crappy attack that did jack squat. And I'll tell you, for my poking around at this, you really need to make smart attacks. Make the biggest attacks you can, have the combat tactics, do everything you can to give yourself as much of an advantage because you are going to take hits in this. So whenever you're putting the hurt out, you got to make sure that it's worth what you're putting the hurt out for. We did leave off. It was their activation because I had just done my last impulse. So they played this 1st Panzer Army here. And let's lift the card up so you guys can see it. Look at the top. Work our way down. They have deploy all reserves, which means that's what they're going to do. They do have some reserves there to deploy. Let me grab it, and thankfully it's only one. It's only one. They have a little tank fella here, 74, 19P, up the 3rd, whatever. Panzer bullcrap, they're gonna die. Army guys. So, their fellas right here. All right, they've already got one low victory point right there. And looking around at it, all right, let me grab the player aid about deployment. Okay, looking at it here, they are going to do it. Now, I know this says, 2+ here, but again, during German impulse via deployment of reserve command. So they're doing the command, not the reserve phase. Method A, again, hex is empty, garrison, city hex occupied, but only not in reserve army's area, blah, blah, blah. Basically the lowest position. Soviet unit is proximate to the hex, but that's 3-4. Not a Soviet town, not adjacent to a German unit unless placement is a VP hex. Can't trace apply and won't be able to do so. So basically within 2 hexes of guys they already have on the board within the lowest position hex and a VP hex if it can be. Bumped a unit here. Let's put that right back there. So it would probably be 74. Right there, I would think, because this 72 is lower, but it's too far, and that's 84. Well, actually, no, we've got 50, 51, 59 over here, and that's adjacent, so 51, but 51's a crappy place because it's got the river blocking him off there. Actually, no, I stand corrected. They can't go there because this deployment for him is technically illegal. This is where he starts, right? He's got his mark there. Was that 1504, 1604? Was that 1604? God, I wish they would make these numbers bigger. All right, so it's getting bad. I feel like I have to wear bifocals to play this. All right, so that's 1604, but he is technically outside of his army area because he is 1st Panzer Army. So his main goal has to be to retreat this way. All right, this gray line here. All right, that's his army area. Here over is 1st Panzer Army. Here, this middle area, this is 4th Panzer Army, and this is the Army Detachment Corps. This is the Rouse guys over here, and then whoever purple is can also be over here. It is in your rulebook telling you who goes with what, but he's technically out of place, which means I do have to put him over here, which means 78 would be his placement. You guys let me know if I'm wrong on that, but I think I am correct that, like, technically just looking at it, that would be the spot. See, because it's 2 hexes away, it's the lowest position number, but it is out of their army area. So if this guy gets hit, he's going, there's that away, which means 78 is where I'm going. That's what I think is going to work for them. So that should finish their impulse off quite nicely. Okay, so I'm moving my camera over here. I'm getting positioned and a little closer because this is big attack. This is the one I've been waiting for. This is the third tank army here that I'm activating. Pull 69th off. So this is their impulse going again because I did them once just to move a couple of guys in a couple of positions. And now we're activating all of them, and I can move up these other guys that I had not moved previously, put some hurt with them as well. And we're going to do a string of attacks over here. 69, you did crap. You guys suck. And then you took losses, but we're going to take losses over here. I know because attackers always take losses. Now, I already got these tanks here in the positions I wanted them. And I'm thinking I'm going to attack here to here. And I'm thinking I'm going to attack these two to this one to have my big attack, try to break him. And then this one maybe to here, just to go ahead and do it. But I've got these two here. I got some tanks. I want to say Panzers, but I got some tanks here, T-34s, or what is the picture on those guys? What is that? That is, what is that, a KV? It's not a KV, is it? You guys let me, that doesn't look like KV. Doesn't really look too much like a T-34 anyway, but we'll call it a T-34. All right, so they're bringing their T-34s. This 3-step unit. Can't go there, can't go there. Could, no, can't go there. No, yeah, can't go there because they already got 3-step. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could get him to there if I wanted him to double up, but if I move him here, they can attack there, and then I could have tanks in every single attack. I think that would work. So if I attack these guys here, that's a flank attack. Bringing him over to here to join in, that makes it to where this hex is not a single hex attack because I can't move these guys up to attack there. If I could, that would be great. Move them to there so they could attack, bring this one around, and then these guys to attack this one. That way, that's like a extra flanking attack and all that good stuff. But the problem is I can't move from one zone of control to another zone of control, which these guys are exerting zones of control. So I think that's going to be my best bet. You guys let me know if I'm not doing this correctly, not the right strategy, but I think this is going to work for me. So 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And good grief. Come on, Gimpy. Get them in the right spots. All right. So these guys, ding, ding, here. These guys, ding, ding, here. These guys, ding, here. That gives me tanks in every attack. That gives me flanking attack here. And I get a artillery tactic with every single attack without having to play a card. And all for a single card placement here. Now, later on in playing the game, as you go, you're not going to want to play all your cards for their stuff. You're going to want to play some of these for their tactics. I'll tell you what. I definitely am not going to use fixed artillery because I know I already had that. Let me eyeball air power and see how much of a bonus that might give me because I might play this for air power. Actually, now that I'm kind of looking at it, I don't think I'm going to play it for air power because air power and artillery is listed on the same, which makes me think that, oh, that's right there, those counters. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think there's only 1 or 2 counters that say air power on it. Those are the ones that have S or G. All right, so if they have S or G, then that gives you the bonus. And I don't think that's going to be worth sacrificing, activating all of these guys and pop off. That's a whole lot of yellow that I can activate there to get into some good positions. I can get some flanking attacks going on over here. I can try to push back Rouse, get them off because Popov's kind of pinned in here. And I would, good grief, he's kind of hung out to dry. I really don't like the positions he's in because I got a feeling he's going to get smoke checked. He's in potential flank and surround right now. They are just not in a good position, so I'd like to get these guys up. Okay, I'm sitting here talking strategy. I promised myself I wasn't going to just sit there and ramble this time. But basically, I want to get these guys pushed back so I can come around and reinforce over here to push them back a little bit. But my main goal is to fracture the center so I can get Kharkov. All right, so yeah, we're going to keep our cards for later playment. Again, I would play probably this one to do something with them because I don't have a whole lot of guys here I can do much with currently. But the only problem is it's fixed artillery tactics, so it's something I've already got. So there's really no reason to do so. So that's going to be our thing. We're doing an attack here, and then an attack here. All right, so we got 3 attacks going on because all light blue has been activated. Now, I think these are 3 separate, so I should have to draw a card for each. Yes, okay, so I am going to be drawing a combat card, one of the command cards for the enemy for each one of these attacks. So this one, and this one. And to make things easy on myself, let's set this out of the way, put it right there so I remember. I'm just going to lay them in a line right here. So we'll draw one here, draw one here, draw one here, and we'll see what they are getting. They are getting pull out. Oh, please don't pull out. Please don't pull out. Oh, wait, no, I don't think he's going to pull out. He's getting, ooh, that's a big one. Ooh, that is actually not going to apply. That is 6+. Okay, you're good. And the last one, he's got remnant. What the hell is remnant? It's bringing in something or garrisons or something like that. So we'll check those in order. So I'm laying these out just so I don't forget them. All right, for our first one, for our first big boy here, we've got pullout. And pullout, I believe, only applies in the attack if that's 4-1. Yep. That's only going to apply if it's 4-1. You're not going anywhere. I'm going to kick your ass. This attack is 3-1. So you are not going anywhere. We'll deal with those other ones later. All right, so let's figure out what we got. This one, minimum's going to be 2 because he is 2 steps. Maximum is going to be 4 because that's 3 units. Wait, no. Is that a 3-step? Yeah, that is a 3-step. So that's going to be 5 because that is 2 counters that count for 1 counter that counts for 2, and 1 tactic. So that is going to be 5 total chit draws that can happen. 2 minimum, 5 total. All right, so I think I got this set. Let's just make sure. Okay, he's not pulling out, so no tactic. 4+ isn't going to count for his first turn. We've got the artillery. We got a 3-1 combat advantage. I think we're ready to draw. All right, so let's look away here for a sec and draw out a couple of tactics. And we got ourselves, we got a, no, come on, give me something good. That's kind of crap. What the hell? All right, what size is this? Is there a P on this? A1, D1, what applies? Attack, what is that? Less than 1-1. It's not less than 1-1. It is greater than or equal to. God, I'm having to go back to like grade school math here. Okay, yeah, taking some damage, but at least they're taking a step loss. What is this? Only attacker armor? No. And only defender armor? No. Okay, so that's not going to apply. Let me leave it there so I don't forget. Okay, we've drawn 2, and so far we've only each suffered 1 ding. All right, since the counters haven't been great to me, we're going to err on caution, and we're going to draw 2 more instead of 3 more, because I'm... Okay, if I take 1 more ding, then I can absorb it by dispersing these guys. I'm willing to risk that, but I'm afraid if I draw 3 counters, I might take 2 more dings, and then I'd have to lose more steps besides just 1, and I don't want to lose any more than 1. So, yeah, we're going to just draw 2 counters and hope for the best. All right, let's grab out a couple of counters here, and we get, oh, yay, attacker artillery, yay. And attacker artillery twice. Yes. Okay. That's good. That's good. I'll take that. Why does that one have a P and this one doesn't have a P? Defender artillery. Well, they don't have artillery, so that's good. Oh, I get it. Okay. So if we both had artillery, then the defender would take priority and it would be on that side. But since only I have artillery, it goes to that side because that's the only side that's applicable. Now that's a counter draw I can live with right there. All right, so this one is not applicable? Is that? Yeah, it's not applicable. Okay, that's crap. But we can do this. We can do this. All right, I got to move these out of the way because he's definitely moving back. Because he is going to have to... He can take care of 2 with retreating and dispersing, but he's going to have to eat that last one as a step loss. All right, now there are possibilities for what's called hold checks, but that's not going to be applicable in this case, since we know they're going to retreat 2 hexes and eat a step loss. So he's going to flip to his reduced side. He's going to disperse for the 2 hexes. All right, and that is 3 steps. So it's 1 hit, 2 hit, dispersal comes with the second, and then the 3rd hit goes as a step loss. If there were more hits, there could be potentially like hold checks and stuff like that, but they're not going to just sit there and get eliminated. It comes with it, like once they've retreated 1 hex, are they going to retreat the 2nd hex? If there's multiple defending units there, they might eat a step loss versus retreating and being dispersed. So in this case, he's going to go to 33. And I think I might have gone the wrong... No, he went to the right place. Because I was thinking about it a second ago. As far as that, he wouldn't go to adjacent. Yeah, he wouldn't retreat to an adjacent spot. So yeah, he would end up there. So we'll leave him there. That's good. That's good. Okay, I can live with that. But let me not forget, I still got to eat a loss. Okay, I'm not going to eat it from a tank unit. Let me see how powerful the 2-step unit is there. If it's like a 4/4, I might eat that on him, but I might eat it on him as well. No, he actually goes from a 5/4 to a 3/4. He would become this unit right here. So yeah, technically I would be better off, but I want to keep a 3-step unit, and I can try to replace the step loss on him later. So I'd rather keep the strength there because that's stacked together. That's 9 points. That's relatively decent. So yeah, we're going to keep him there like that. All right, cool. We have taken care of 1. All right, so let's run out our 2nd attack and see how well this one's going to do. Crossing our fingers here. All right, so we already know this isn't going to do anything. And I am actually very happy I drew that one because that would have been bad. That's one of their most powerful cards. You can tell by that command value up there. So we'll just discard that. Don't have to worry about it. They are attacking here. He has 2 or 3 steps. He's got 2 steps. And a little hanger of paper hanging on him from where I punched him out. All right, so 2 steps. That's our minimum draw. Maximum draw, I've got 5 units conducting the attack. I've got 1 combat tactic, so that should be 6. If I'm not missing anything. Wait. I should have 3. Yeah, that's a 3-step unit, so it's going to be 1 more, so it's going to be a 7. That is 7 combat draws. Yep, that is going to be 7 because I've got 6 total for the units worth because I've got 1 3-stepper there, and then 1 for the combat tactic being applied. So he gets 7 total, 2 minimum. All right, here we go. Let's draw ourselves 2. All right. And we've got, what do we have? We have, that's good. Defender artillery, he doesn't have it. I've got it. So that's 1. What the hell is this? Attacker command 3, 4, 5. Attacker command 1. Command. The hell does it mean command? Okay, that has got to mean, because I was just talking about it, that's got to mean the command value on the card. So that's going to count as a 3 because I'm using a command value 3 card. Good thing I was not conducting an attack with this card. That would be a command 1. Hey, there's actually a use for those command values. Sweet. I missed that one while I was looking at the counters. All right, so we've got 2 hits. We're doing good. But 7 chit draws, and I've got some decent units, and that's kind of a weak unit there. I don't want to take, I know I'm going to take some hits, but I don't want to take too many. How many more do we want to draw? Because at this point, I remember if I mentioned it or not, you get to pick, right? There's the minimum. You have to draw that many, but you can draw anywhere. I could draw 3, or excuse me, I could draw anywhere between 1 more and 5 more chits, but I have to pick it right now. Once I say whatever that number is, that's what I draw, period. All right, I'll tell you what, we're going luck based here because this one did good when I think I drew 1 less. I can't remember exactly. I think I drew 1 less than the max. So if I can have 7 chits total, I'm going to draw up to 6, which means I'm going to call this 4 more chits. All right, let's draw it. All right, that's 1 chit, that's 2 chits, that's 3 chits, and that's 4 chits. All right, and we'll just dump them right there and grab them as we go. This is, did I draw 4? Yeah, I drew 4. All right, it's not a 1 hex attack, that is a flank attack. And that is a flank attack. That goes there. Oh, and I got 2 of those. And that is, I don't even remember what the hell the combat odds are. Let's see. What do I got? 5, 9, another 9, that's 18. That's going to be 4 to 1. So this is not greater than 9 to 1, because good grief, that'd be a hell of an attack. But it's not less than 4 to 1. So, does that say less? Less than equal to? No, it's less than. That is less than. Alligator mouth, right? It's less than. Anyone remember that from grade school? Alligator mouth bullcrap teacher used to talk about. All right, so I don't think that one applies. All right, so he's out, and I've got 1 more. And that's, good grief, this thing is so close. Look at this. I believe this is one of the off-color ones. Look at that. Look how close that is. I understand it's got to be very close, just slightly different. But tell me they couldn't have made that just a scotch, just a niggle more. Because that is just not enough. All right. Because that's hard for my eyes. Less than 1 to 5 are attack not supported. All Soviet attacks are supported flat out in the first turn. It is greater than 2 to 1. I am at 4 to 1. All right, so since this doesn't count, and good God, that's a whole lot of D1s, man. Tell me I eliminated them. Tell me, yeah. Okay, let me put like a gif of like someone jumping for joy right here. Playing at night when the kids are at bed is the best. It's always the best choice. Okay, so yeah, D1, 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 D1. He's gone. He's just done. You're done. Okay, this attack went well. I'm right? Yeah, because 2 of those, because 2 could be taken care of by retreating and dispersing. But there's still so many D's left. Yeah, so many D's left. Yeah. All right. Because he's only a 2-step unit. It wouldn't matter even if he was a 3-step unit. He'd still get eliminated. So we took out one of their panzer units in a full-on attack. And since that's there, that means... Okay, and yeah, I did that kind of wrong. now that I'm thinking about it. Because the way it technically works is when you draw one of those, since I'm not looking, I have to throw back all the others. So depending on when I drew that, the rest of the counters from the other attack were supposed to go back in there to potentially be drawn from. It's not a huge deal. I really don't worry that much about it. But if you want to be a real stickler for the rules, draw them one at a time. You should do it one at a time in case it's one of those. Because if it is, then everything's supposed to go back in and then be redrawn for. All right. So, yeah, he's eliminated. He will go in the eliminated box. Eliminated, not destroyed. He can potentially come back later on in the game. But yes, that means all of these counters, I'm just going to go ahead and throw them back in the bucket for our last attack here. Oh, wait, I got to do my follow-up. I forgot about my follow-up over here. Yeah, do I want to advance? I do want to advance. I want to get one movement there. And these guys can advance. They have to follow the path of retreat, which would have been there. You know what? I think I kind of want to leave them there, and I want to bring these guys up. Because, ooh, I could cause some issues for them. Okay, here's a thought. Yeah. All right, here's what we're going to do. Because we attacked there, and then these guys, since they were eliminated, there's no path of retreat to follow. So I should be able to go into any of these three hexes after the advance. All right. And I think that's just my mechanized units are able to do that. So what I'm thinking is if I advance to there, if I advance to there, I'm exerting a zone of control against this guy, which can cause him some problems later on if I do well on this attack. Because I have units here, so if he retreats one hex, he's retreating into a zone of control. I think I'm doing this correct, because I know I get to follow the path of retreat, but there is no technical path of retreat. I have to go immediately into the hex that he vacated, right? So he was there, but then I get a choice of adjacent hexes. So I could go to there or I could go to there. I'm going to go to here with my tank units. It's kind of splitting my lines. I don't really like that, but I can still work with these guys, but putting them there puts him in severe danger of surround, and it's kind of what I wanted to do anyway. I wanted to punch a hole in their lines and get these guys taken out, and then kind of get around these guys. This one's already dispersed and weakened. He just retreated, so he can attack back, but now he's got an array of forces against him, so him attacking back as a lone panzer unit is not going to be in his best interest unless he came back and tried to take out these infantry. But now I've got a zone of control, and I've got a zone of control here. So no matter where he retreats into a zone of control, which I believe is an extra penalty, but I'll have to check. All right, yeah, I think I'm good on that. So we're going to run it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I do believe I'm right because I know I'm allowed to advance up to 2, especially with my mechanized units like that, the armored units. And that is adjacent to the hex he was in. So he could have retreated in that direction, which means that's valid. So I've got zones of control all around this guy. So depending on how this goes, which watch, this will be like a horrible, it'll be all A1 hits onto my attackers. But if he does retreat back, that's an extra step loss. So he got the remnant thing, which means when he retreats back, he drops a garrison, depending on where he retreats to, if he retreats. So, 2-step unit, which means, again, we've got 2. And it should be a max of 3, I believe. Wait, no, that is, yeah, because that's a 3-step unit, so it should be 4. All right, that's going to be 4. All right, so that's my max. 2 minimum, 4 maximum, And I really want to get an attack on that guy because he's dispersed. If I could get him isolated on top of it or out of supply, that would be beautiful. All right, and I'll tell you what, because my video is getting long because I'm taking a while with it, I already know what I'm going to do because this attack went well and this attack went well when I drew one under whatever it was supposed to be for the max, which I think I'm going to stick with just because it's working well for me. So minimum's 2, max 4 means I'm drawing 3 chits. So I'm just calling it now. I'm drawing 3 chits, and we're going to let the chits fall where they may. All right, let's get 1, 2, and 3. All right, so we will drop these right there. And let's see what we got. Anything good? Anything good? Start with this one. It is not a... Well, don't start with -1. But it is not city or town. It is open. Clear. D1. Perfect. All right. And, of course, A1. So I'm going to be taking a step loss. Which the other side. Yep. Okay. So I'm at 2-1 on this attack, which means it's going to be A1. So we're at A1, D2. So he is going to be retreating unless he does not have artillery. Yay! Wait, what is this? That's not A1? A-1. A-1. Because he doesn't have the artillery tactic, but I do. So I'm removing a step. Oh, that sucks, though. That would have been D4. He would have been eliminated. Damn, I almost would have eaten the step loss to eliminate him. Damn, can I redraw? I want to redraw. No, actually, this is good. This is good. I can work with this. Because that means he takes 3. Because he is retreating into a spot. Because he has to retreat 1 hex. And... God, I got to think about this one. Let's see. Is that a position? He's definitely going to be pulling out. Damn. If that were not a -1, I would have eaten a step loss, but I would have killed him. I would have gone that route instead. But at least this way, I'm not taking anything. All right. Because that's a -1, that's +1. So I just get to take it, which means... Okay, I got to think about this one because this is a little different. Okay, since he can satisfy the 2 hits with the double retreat and dispersion, since he is passing through my zones of control, because there's one here and one here, that means he has to eat a step, even though otherwise he wouldn't have, because he would have just been able to disperse otherwise, but now he is not. And that arrow is pointing that way. Well, he's not going to go this way. He's going to go to a position. So he's going to go there. He's going to eat a step. Damn. If I had taken one more hit on him, I would have killed him. That would have been sweet, man. Actual just crushage. But moving him up was perfect because moving him to there did allow me to inflict an extra step loss on him. So I was able to do what I wanted to do, which was to punch a nice hole here in the center. Let me get these cards all discarded here. All right, because let me pan the camera up a little bit, show you guys. Yeah, Kharkov is right here. So I've got a straight path open to Kharkov. Now, of course, I can't race up here because if I start running tanks up this road or this one towards Kharkov, that leaves my lines open to be punched. So I really need to extend off. And really, I just kind of want to get hit to this line and form a barrier, right? I want to push all the enemy back, hopefully disperse them. Because if I can do that, push them out, I will own this because I've got all the support and artillery I need behind this line. It's once I start getting past that, that's a problem. There's another one. Let's see if it's on camera. Yeah, you see it right here. Looks the same, but that one doesn't kick into about halfway through the game. I think it's turn 7 or 8. That line comes into play, but it only comes into play if you have enough victory points. But there's a victory point here, here. What is that? Belgorod, there's 2 there. Kharkov, I think, is 4. Yeah, that one's 4. But this comes into it. All those counters that talk about support and everything, you are not supported, or the tactics, should I say, you're not supported if you're past that line as the Soviets, barring some certain conditions. But anyway, let's set these to the side. And we will discard my favorite card, Baby Blue. I'm calling this one Baby Blue because they're doing so well for me. I've got a couple of cards left to play, but now you guys are kind of seeing why I am enjoying this game so much and why I like the tactics of this game so much. And it comes down to these counters, man. It's like this huge multifaceted die, because the counters aren't even just a single pull. It's not like this is a single die side. This is, in effect, it can be 2 or 3 because the conditions on the combat chits that you're pulling. So you have all these multitudes of variables that come into play in the fact that you're trying to ensure that you do what you would do in an actual combat situation, and having your units supported, having reinforcing units, having artillery, having air support, all of those extra conditions that you can apply to your attacks, or in some cases your defense, really support your combat situation, what you've got going on, so you can succeed. I've just never seen a solo game that simulates that as well as this game does. There's been plenty that try with things like games like Fields of Fire. It's different. It has a whole lot of conditions. It's not just a combat results table. And don't get me wrong, combat results tables are great. They're good for hex encounter war games. They are 10 times faster than what we're doing here. The thing is, this is so much more tactical to me. It takes longer, but it's a deeper, richer experience because of it. And I do, and forgive me guys, I review as I go. As I make all the videos, I talk about what I like, but it's what I do. Anyway, I do like how they have eased up the card play, and I can really just kind of focus on what units do I want to activate, right? I want yellow guys or green guys or blue guys, and what tactic do I want to use? Right, that's pretty much all I got to worry about as far as the cards go. And yes, there's other things that come to the cards, reinforcements and reinforcement, all that stuff, right? Reserve units, cool, definitely cool stuff. I kind of didn't like the command point puzzle game that came in with Enemy Action Ardennes, because you could only play so many of the cards, like the value of the cards during your turn, and you had to really think about it. And now I don't have to worry about that. I get to devote more of my time to what I have going on here versus what I have going on here. And just to let you guys see it, these are actually some replacement cards that came for Enemy Action Ardennes, and they were included in Kharkov. But you can see the card values again are up there in the upper left, and that's what I'm speaking of when I talk about the differences between this. Yes, the command value is still on the cards, but I haven't seen it overly used in this. Not that it was overly used. I don't want to sound like I'm hating on Ardennes, because I love Ardennes. It's a good game, but I think streamlining it like they did here was the better choice. I get to focus more on the hex encounters and what I really want to get into, and pull those chits. God, I love pulling those chits, versus spending all that time thinking about, okay, well, this card is value 2 and this one's 1 and I need to spend 6. So how many am I going to spend? That took up a fair portion of the game. Don't get me wrong, I love the game, but this one's striking me better. All right, but I've been filming for well over an hour now, so I don't know how long this total video will be. It'll be cut down into the pertinent bits. So we'll go ahead and stop it here. We'll pick up with the next German Impulse, and we'll see what they've got going on. I don't think they're going to be able to recover. Gimpy's pretty much won the game. I've got my straight shot to Kharkov, so we can just call it a Gimpy win anyway. But we'll play out some more of it just to kind of see how it plays out. All right, that's going to be it for me. You guys take care. I'll catch you in the next one.